going on, everybody? Charles back in the building. We in effect. Oh man, I think it's like episode 14 I got going on right here. I'm going on a long way. So for those who don't know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Could you tell them who you are?
I'm one of the illest basketball players in
Oh, hold on. Because I don't condone anybody coming up here and start lying. So we're not even gonna, I'm cutting him off right now. So we're gonna ask this question again. For those who are watching right now and don't know who you are, could you let them know who you are?
No, my name is Eric Cole. I'm a musician, I'm a producer, songwriter, and composer, and overall just positive I'm looking through. And on Charles Cast is my guy.
Oh man, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit because I've known him longer than I know a lot of y'all people. I know him for like about 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to play ball at Triumph Park. I used to cook him.
Yeah, I know we call.
That's, you know, some people got selective memory and all that, but you know.
No, Max was nice. I came from. We had some little battles up there.
We used to play ball at Triumph. And then it's crazy because we really live like, we used to live like 2-3 blocks away. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I know your brother.
Yeah, I know your brother.
Exactly. So it's like, this is like.
Can we be connected for real?
Yeah, it was just timing, you feel me?
Yeah.
We spoke about it, ran into each other at the liquor store.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, we locking this in right now.
You did it.
And that was about a month ago, we locked it in. And honestly, you were scheduled for last week, but you were kind enough to push back your slot for the fellas of the Whip Hop Committee who came up here last week. To give a quick little flashback, last week the Whip Hop Committee came up. That was very dope. It was a tournament over the weekend. Saturday, it was for the kids and high schoolers. And then Sunday was for the adults. Rock Creek took on the championship. Shout out to Rock Creek. They took the dub. I think they 4-peat, you know. So that's big. I'm just waiting for the Inglewood community to allow other neighborhoods to bring their talents in.
Right.
You know, I saw Plus going back and forth with Jabari on Instagram saying who's gonna win and who's not gonna win. So that was really dope. But once again, I'm very thankful to have you there because you're really famous. You know, they don't know. Like you feel me? See, you don't have to toot your own horn. With someone of your stature, I'll sit here and toot your horn for you. No freaky, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen you done music with a lot of people.
Right. Yeah.
Alicia Keys?
Not Alicia Keys, but Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Beyonce.
Okay.
Trey Songz, Stevie Wonder, Chaka Khan. And God is good, man. He's been opening a lot of doors. And he's doing alley-oops, and I'm like,
okay.
All I got
I hope you know what I'm saying? Because if your alley-oops are similar to your basketball game, But the other day, I saw you was at the VMAs.
Yeah, performing at the VMAs. It was a Jersey tribute. You know what's out here with jerseys? A Prudential Center.
It was in Newark.
It was in Newark, so.
I don't think anybody got robbed either.
Nobody. You know, they're trying to clean up downtown, though. They're trying to switch it up, but you know.
Gentrification. You know, that's going on everywhere.
Yeah, one boy, studio better now is $2,800 in downtown Newark. You're like, what? You think you're in Edgewater? Like,
you know?
But it was dope. They did it there. It was Naughty by Nature. I'm really cool with KG from Naughty by Nature. And Vin, both of them. Tretch all three.
Okay.
So it was them, Queen Latifah, Freddie Wap, Redman, Wyclef. Was trying to get Lauryn Hill and was trying to get Joe Budden, but just, I don't know.
Didn't work out?
Yeah, like it was like time. I think Lauryn Hill was overseas. I don't know how Joe Budden. But it was still a dope thing to just Jersey change. That'd be cool, man. You know what I mean? So
Jersey's in the building.
Jersey's in the building strong.
That's dope. Like, how like when you get around all these like famous people, I'm not saying you're a groupie, but how does it feel to work with people who have made hit after hit after hits?
Yo, it's a little in the beginning, I went to Louis P I went to NJC for 2 years.
Okay.
I went to Louis P, was in there for music performance, and it's just like when the Mary J. Blige situation happened, like I can't front. I was a starstruck on that because I was just like I was getting out in the scene and starting to get gigs and starting to get put on to like whatever studio work, being rap, R&B, hip hop, soul, gospel, whatever. But that was like a major like step up. So I can't front that first like week being around. I was a little starstruck. So I don't know. I just had to like gather my own confidence.
Yeah.
After a couple of days, I'm like, all right, I'm here for a reason. So obviously they thought I was good enough to even come here. So let me not be scared and be timid. Let me like let me walk with my shoulders up and like do it. I still was like a little nervous. I think the worst was Beyonce.
Yeah.
Because Mary was 05 and I played before that like a year straight. And like a month too later, and then Beyonce.
How did you get put on to the whole Beyonce situation?
It was the same thing with Mary J. Blige. So my boy Lauren Dawson, he's like 8, 9 years older than us, whatever. So he was like 18, 19, 20. He was like mid to late 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was teenagers. So when I met him, I actually met him out here in Inglewood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was playing at this church around the corner called Community Baptist Church. But I was going there like, yo, my mom was like, he used to meet musicians. And I went there really to see this dude named Bernard Bell, who actually he used to like, he wrote co-wrote with times with Michael Jackson. And my parents used to have a two-family in Teaneck, but right there in Triumph, I would interview.
Okay.
And when I was like a little kid, he was the tenant. Like they owned it, he rented from them.
Right.
So when I got older, like you need to holler at Bernard Bell, like he's a dope musician. You know his sons, you need to go holler at him. So that's why I went there first, and I met my boy Lauren Dawson. And Lauren is a cool dude. I just looked up to him, like he's married. Matter of fact, he's married to Terrell Hicks.
Okay. Belly.
So when I saw him, like, oh, you're the man. Like you super dope musician. You got a wife. Like it's something I was like, okay, that's dope. Like that's something to like aspire to. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dude. He really just gave me and my brother like an opportunity, and my boy Adam, who lived around the corner too. All of us was away from trying. So he just gave us an opportunity. Like these dudes seem like they girl, they good dudes, they young, they don't have the experience yet, but let me give them a shot. And that's I think anything like people just when someone reaches out to you and gives you a shot, bro. Like that's all you can do is do the best of the opportunity. And I think I just tried to do the best with every opportunity, and it just led to another opportunity.
Right. You're doing your thing. I'm paying attention. How does it feel to like actually like be at the VMAs?
Yeah.
Stand like I saw you took a dope picture like that.
Yeah,
Who took that picture by the way?
Yo, one of my boys was at sound checking the lighting they have was fire.
Perfect.
Grab the turn real quick.
Perfect.
Yeah. Nah, it's a little starstruck, but at the end of the day, everybody's seen me. You know what I'm saying? And for me, the way I was just raised, it's just like, yo, it don't matter what somebody's been through, what they've done. Like I don't care if someone's like has a different life than you, they're still human. So I kind of always like try to relate to people and try to be empathetic to everybody's situation. You know what I'm saying? Which is really why I'm just like super proud of you on the real, because it's like just to see. And you was always a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And like whatever happened in any situation that you happened to, you still here now. You're still here. You're still kicking. You like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. You told me stuff over here that you want to do. So to me, like that's why I'm happy to be here, bro. Because I'm happy to just support. Like
Thank you, man.
it don't even matter.
I appreciate it so
Real talk.
much. I really appreciate it. So you're definitely a musician. What do you know how to play?
So I started playing. You gonna laugh? Started playing flute, right?
Okay.
But I didn't want to play flute.
Because you and your brother were part of the band.
Yeah.
Teaneck. Okay.
I playing from like third grade. You know, like a Teaneck, they offered like playing was like in third grade or fourth grade.
Yeah.
So I think I was like 7 or 8, and I wanted to play sax. Like I remember back in the day, radio used to be way bigger than this now. Like high 97, 89 power 5 right there. It was like little. It was like high 97, 98.7 Kiss FM. They had this other joint called CD 101.9. So like my parents would put that on, and I would hear all these dudes playing like trumpet, sax, trombone, whatever. And I just heard this one dude, like I heard Kenny G, Roy Washington Jr. Like, like I want to, whatever that is, that instrument.
That's what
I want to play.
Okay.
But they didn't let me play it in third grade. They're like, yo, you too little. I'm like, oh, they hate me. They're like, nah, your hand don't reach down to like where your hand's supposed to be.
Right.
They're like, yo, why don't you wait here? I was like, I'm not waiting on you. I want to play. Like my brother plays trombone, my mom plays piano, my dad plays trumpet. I ain't gonna just be home waiting a year.
So the whole family full of music.
Yeah, like I can't. I gotta play something. So like, it was like they tried the flute in my eye. Tried the flute, actually liked the joint. And they said, yo, when you make that switch to saxophone, it's 90% like identical fingering. So it's gonna be easy for you. So then I switched over to sax, but I never stopped playing flute. It was kind of both at the same time. And by the time we got to like high school, I got interested in piano. And because it was in the house, my mom was really playing, I just started like kind of self-taught myself a little bit.
So you can play flute, you can play the saxophone,
Yeah.
and the piano.
I play a little bit of guitar now, but it's more so for like production and songwriting. You know what I'm saying? I strum out a few chords, and I'll never tell nobody I'm a guitarist. Somehow they play something like, ain't that great?
You stick to what you good at.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. I didn't know about the flute.
Yeah, it's nobody with the flute joint. I was, because you know, back in the day, we live in a different society now, but like, it just was like a black male playing flute, like, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't care for the instrument. If I liked it, I wouldn't care. But I was like, man, I'm playing flute. I'm play sax. It's gonna look cool, it's sexy.
Yeah.
I know when I get older, I get some girls over there.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
I was like, what's this gonna do? A little flute, the pie packer joint. I won't play that one.
So how heavy is the saxophone?
Saxophone, yo, bro, it's heavy when you was coming walking home from school them days. I used to hate cat, y'all. I almost didn't want to quit because I'm like, oh, I'm carrying this big ass cake. Now it's like, it's cool because it's like you got gig bags, you got a strap, man, that's like they carry now.
It's a good workout?
Yeah, it's a little workout, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, just checking. So maybe if you get your basketball game up like your saxophone, I mean, maybe you
yo, we can have that rematch. This is what we have to do. No, with it.
No, we can. But this is Labor Day weekend, so you know,
no, we can get set up.
Look,
we got time, bro.
Hey man, I'm always, my attitude towards a lot of things is I'm like with whatever. Like, you feel me? Like I'm just like with whatever. Like,
so you with the basketball team? Y'all heard, right?
I'm with whatever.
You're gonna come back in like a couple weeks. You're gonna see who wins.
If you win, I'm gonna tell him you won. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna be like, yo, he won, and I'm gonna come up with an excuse after, like, yo, he cheated, he elbowed me, I put Charlie Lewis. I'm gonna
give you some saxophone move on me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So you write songs as well.
Yeah. I always wanted to produce when I was younger, but you know, back in the day, when it was coming up, like that's like equipment used to cost so much money. Or it still does, but like you really have to have like thousands of dollars, especially these 17, 18, like I ain't know what that break to buy. And then plus my parents was buying me instruments, so it was like, well, you're doing well just playing, like actually playing the instrument. Right. If you get a production, but like show us you're good at this, or get your own job and get your own bread. Like we're not spoiling you. So by the time like I got out of college and was gigging with the American Glass thing, like I just started seeing more like, all right, I'm playing, I'm gigging. I'm in the band, I'm playing these dope ass bands, getting good bread. Like let me start investing some of this money into other stuff I want to do. Right. So I was like, all right, equipment costs this, a laptop costs this, an interface costs this, a mic costs this, Pro Tools or Logic costs this. Let me invest into them. So it was little by little, and then like by the time like maybe like 10 years, I'm 34 now. Like when I was 24, I bought my whole first setup. Just had it in the crib, like figuring it out, asking people around, like, yo, how do you do this? How do you group this? How do you sample this? How do you just asking questions and then started producing. And I had a couple artists I was trying to develop. My boy always told me, if you really want to break into the music industry as a producer, you gotta create a sound. Okay. When you create a sound, you get an artist. It's like like he was growing up like with the Timberland and Missy, they created a sound, and then from there they had Aaliyah doing their sound, and then he did stuff with Jay-Z and blah blah blah. Right. And you look at every artist, like you look at Just Blaze, he didn't make Jay-Z, but he had a sound with Jay-Z. He's from Patterson, right? He's from Jersey too. So he had a sound, and then he had stuff he did, all that stuff he did with all of Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying? And then even Kanye, I got a sound. So I was just like, okay, you gotta find an artist. So I was doing that for a while, didn't really pan out. A couple artists I had it just after a year or two, like it just didn't work. Okay. And my first major placement actually was in Ghana, like when I was 28. And that was actually a Ron phase on, you know, that's how Ron does so much shit, people don't even know that it's like a
jack of all trades.
All trades, bro. But we got to do Kid Capri.
Okay.
Like I dropped a little mixtape of singing, and we went over to Kid Capri. The main thing was just like, let's go see Kid Capri, and let's just like see what songs he likes off my project. They didn't know that when we went there, he's just chopping it up, and he's like, yeah, you know, I'm doing a show called Master the Mix on VH1 or something, and blah blah blah. Me and Just Blaze, and he's just telling us what he got going on. And he's like, yeah, I met Madonna the other day, and she wants to work with me. She said she always wants to work with Kid Capri, so I'm gonna just listen to him talk. And as he's talking, he just starts playing like in his basement in the studio. He starts playing like these acapella vocals. I'm like, that kind of elbow around. You want to sound like Madonna? Yeah. He's like, that is. So he was like, yo, any idea that you want to talk about your album? Just hold on. Let's see what you're gonna do. He just started producing, and then he's just like, yo, Ron, hop on the keys, ask the production. Yo, E, hop on the keys, ask the production. Next thing I know, we had the track. Then he's like, yo, this is dope. Let's do this again tomorrow. He did it again, and then like a couple of days later, he had to go down to Miami to see or something like that. Came back over to me, like, yo, we got the placement. And I was just like, oh shit. So I learned a valuable lesson then, like, yo, sometimes like, you got an agenda, but like sometimes it's best to just chill and hang. A lot of people don't want to build and actually like just chill with somebody. Cause I had an agenda, they like, oh, I'm gonna show you my project, and I want you to help me out. Never even told me on my mixtape. I just said like, oh, you gonna produce? Oh, let's chill. So I learned a lot of valuable lessons from just living, you feel me? Especially for like the industry. Sometimes it's like, bro, you just gotta shut up and chill. The opportunity will be there, but you never know if you're just doing this.
So the next time you go around like Beyonce, I'm saying, like, you know, you got my number.
Yeah. We'll see after the game, you know what I'm saying? If you win, I got you.
Okay.
I got you, like shit.
So Beyonce, I said, what's good? So I want to drink up bathwater.
Bathwater, right?
Word up.
Yo, the Beyonce was crazy though, because I met her in 06. And, you know, like, that was, she only had one album. She got like that Crazy Love. everybody saw the video and thick.
Yeah.
But I saw her when we had rehearsal, pull up to the joint and she's there. She's there for like day 2, like hard. She worked dumb hard. She's not gonna live. I'm not saying, not even saying nothing about marriage. Marriage was in this, rehearsal too, but like Beyonce's a different beast, bro. Like she was there for the second day. Like I just want to hear what you're doing as a dancer. I'm getting a great level. Like it's something. Like, she's hungry to be good, to be dope.
She's feeding off of your energy.
Yeah, bro, band. And she was just there. But when I remember seeing her, she had an all white like suit on. Like it wasn't a velour suit, but it was all white. I remember looking at her. She grabbed it and she turned around like, yo. Not with her booty out like that, but it's just like, and she's telling us like, yo, I'm shooting Dream Girls right now. I have to lose 20 pounds to do a role. So like, cause I remember like we be eating lunch or whatever, like we took our breaks and she's like, had a special diet. And like, what's that for? She's like, oh, I gotta fly back to LA tomorrow to shoot a couple more scenes. Then I'm coming back. I don't know where I'm gonna make time for rehearsal. And that made me realize like, yo, anybody, you can say whatever you want, you have to like the music, it might not be for you, but like I can't deny her work ethic. But like she was over there rehearsing us for like 2 weeks straight. But in that rehearsal time, she's flying back to LA to go shoot Dream Girls. Then coming back the next day, singing full voice in rehearsal and dancing.
Multitasking.
Yeah, multitasking, but just her work ethic. She wasn't like on time. I'll see y'all niggas later. Like y'all put a rehearsal out me. Y'all be fine. She was there like, no, I want to rehearse for something.
She's active.
Active, bro. It was so inspiring because I was just like, damn, okay, I'm 21, young as hell. And I think she was probably a couple years older. So I'm like, yo, her work ethic is just fire. Like, you know what I mean? So all those things kind of inspire me all the time. Like, yo, I can't be my bullshit. Every time I feel lazy, I'm like, nah.
So you really got to like communicate with a lot of famous people and like sit down, probably eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I think the longest one was Trey Songz. I was with him for like 4 or 5 years.
He lived in Teaneck allegedly, right?
Yeah, like Troy Taylor was to do kind of like development, kind of put him on. He used to live in Teaneck. He used to live right near the high school.
Okay.
So like, I guess when Trey was like our age, he was from VA. So he was like 16, like 17, like last year high school. I think he put him up here because they wanted to work for more so he get a better deal. So he just had him up here. Yeah, he was in these streets.
He went to the with somebody from out here too.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
I know who you went with. You know. I know. Alright, you know.
Alright.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I know that.
So I was like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he used to cut out here. He used to cut hair with the used to do it on Lions Corner. It's like a barbershop. He used to cut hair.
Word?
Yeah, he used to cut hair.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, like when he was out here, they was like, you ain't see me out here. Like, you gotta do something. So he used to cut hair and then go back and record his demo. And
So he was working too.
yeah, he was grinding too.
Is there anybody who look forward to like who would like to like do music with?
I wanted to do. See, it's crazy. You got the paintings up there.
Yeah, paintings are beautiful, right?
It's just fly. But Stevie was one of them. I did Stevie, did Shaka Khan. They like legends. They're not our generation. But I look at them like, yo, they set the groundwork for all this, the hip hop, the R&B stuff that we love today.
Fathers and brothers.
Yeah, and then like Prince, I went to him. And I changed. He passed away. Prince and Michael went into like, yo, my niggas work with them. I remember before he passed, I was like, it might happen. You work with all these other people. There's gonna be time where someone's gonna call me, pick up the phone, an opportunity, but I just never got a chance to work with him. But who's alive now? Man, there's so many, bro. But low key, I can't even front, man. Like I know people have their opinions about Drake, but I would love to just work with him and see like what it is.
Right.
I feel like even he's so consistent. Like the nigga been around for like 10+ years. Like
He's dropping. He's dropping.
yeah, regardless how you feel, like I'm like he's singing too much, or I don't like his rap. Like the nigga consistent. Like, it's consistent.
Consistency is key. It's in almost any game that you're in.
Any game you win, bro.
So do you know about any of these local artists from the area, like from the Bergen County area?
I do, and I try to stay in touch and abreast with it because I don't want to like get like when I tour sometimes it's hard because it's like not home, or like if I'm like on a project or a situation, sometimes you just kind of like tunnel vision because you're working, but I still try to come out to like, well, it's not Mr. Cali no more. They changed the name to it.
Debonair.
Yeah, I try to go there. I just try to like, I be active on social media, and I like people hit me up sometimes and then put me on like my homeboy or my homegirl sings or raps or whatever, or this dope producer or songwriter, and I just try to stay abreast. So I know there's a couple people out here trying to like making waves and trying to do stuff. So I'm always looking to work with people too. So
yeah,
if you know any like people that I don't know about, I'm pretty sure I know you do.
I've seen a lot of well, I've had a lot of artists up here.
Yeah.
For season 1 of Charms Cast. Season 2 will be in effect January of 2020. But there's a lot of artists from the area. Like
I could start, and it's like I don't want nobody to feel offended because there's so many, and there's people like. But as far as people who already came on Charms Cast, we got Charlie Cole, we got Souley.
Oh yeah, Sue.
Soulay's definitely fire. We got Marley Q. We got A Money. He's a young boy from Teaneck.
Really?
He's a young boy from Teaneck.
That's dope.
We got Tater from Inglewood. We got Zeus from Inglewood. We got Cash Pro and the whole Fell fam, Zulu, like Gotti. It's like so many.
It's a bunch.
It's so
You
many.
gotta connect me with
It's so many different camps in the Bergen County area, and like right now, what I can honestly say is that everyone's working. I don't know if they're competing with each other, and I don't even care because my biggest competition will be me competing with the old me because I want to always be better than the old me. But there's so many artists out here, like it's dope. Like Parquet is dope. You know who he is? Yeah, Parquet is dope. Like it's so many people. Like, and it's to a point where I had a conversation with a close friend of mine from Inglewood, and he was like, "Yo, for your birthday, we should put together like an even large scale showcase." I'm like, "Yeah, that's."
When your birthday?
November. My birthday 11/11.
Bro, on the 9th.
Oh,
I figured you was a Scorpio though.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
This about the vibe, yo.
That's a fact. So I'm in the mix like of working on something, but it's like not only do I want Bergen County people, like I want people in general. Like this dude from Patterson, Spooky B Rebel. I'm fly with him. Like, he came out here. He's been in my mother's crib, so.
Yeah, I think Bergen County per se, like even like Essex, like Jersey's big, but it's not.
It's 21 counties in Jersey.
Yeah.
And you know we have a nice North Jersey. The North Jersey lineup is dope. So you know I would say anywhere from like Union County. Well, certain parts of Union County I would consider North Jersey.
Right.
So Union, Essex, Hudson, Passaic, and Bergen.
Right.
And then I'll leave all them other stuffs going up like Sussex. Like we'll leave that stuff alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like those are the strong 5 counties. Like if it was like a big North Jersey showcase, so like it would be so dope. There's so much talent. There's a woman, she's dope from Jersey City. I think her name is like Mia Marvelous. I follow her. She drops heat. You know, Pat's not bad. Like it's so many artists in this whole area. But you know, my main focus was like, alright, when I come to Charles Cast, I'm not only gonna be dealing with artists. I'm just gonna be dealing with anybody who has something going on that's trying to better themselves with their brand. You know, help market myself and market them as well. But it's like when season 2 comes, it's like I'm beyond Bergen County. Like I'm stepping outside of my perimeter. Like
more regional.
Like I'm out of Jersey. Like you know what I'm saying, people email me, and you know sometimes I feel people are not, you know, as serious, or you know they're not fully sure what they want to do. And it's like everywhere that I go, like because I'm outside frequently, whether I'm at a restaurant or a bar or a party or at the supermarket, it's like, yo, I want to come on Charms Cast. Like, what you want to talk about? Oh, I got shit to say. Like, what you about to say? Like, because at the end of the day, everybody got something to say. Like, are you going to say something like that's going to make you or me look like an idiot? Or you know what I'm saying? What are you really going to say? So right now, it's just like, me, I just want to promote my whole area, you know, because like I'm from Bergen County. Like, you know, I love Teaneck, I love Inglewood, Hackensack, Bergenfield, wherever. I'm Bergen County. So pro Bergen County, I want to make sure like I can get everyone, but and even if it's a little bit of exposure to a lot, like, I just want to make sure everybody gets like the opportunity to work on what they got going on. So like, you know, it's just I'm just happy to have you up here because like you listen to an onslaught of people that you work with, and that's dope. Like how many people actually say like, yo, I've been in the same room with Beyonce, like, and I'm not talking about you going to the concert and you went. Level 72, row 8, like, nah, I'm talking about you were like in close proximity with her, with Stevie, like, that's so dope. Like, there ain't too many people like to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a blessing, man.
So like that's really dope, man. Like, I notice your hard work, and it's a blessing for me to be in your close proximity because I can receive your positive energy, you know. I flow off energy, you feel me? Like, if your temperature's good, my temperature's good. Like, if you want to, you know, however you want to play this, how you want to play it. Right. So it's really dope. And, you know, after the show behind closed doors, like, I would love to, like, you know, show you different people
pages or whatever, you know, whoever you think you can do something with, like we even got, Leah, didn't you do something with Leah before?
Yeah.
Like that's somebody else that's dope, like, you feel me?
Yeah, a lot of we got some records out here. We got some stuff. We gonna still keep on working. Like we and her still man hella.
It's dope, man. Like you got a lot of shit going on. Like what's your biggest goal or plan for 2020? Because you know, it's 2020 almost here. Like I don't know what everybody else is doing. What they see with themselves in a while, but like this about to be like the end of third quarter right here.
Right, pretty much. I mean, my biggest thing now, I feel like this in like every 7 years you should have different ideas of like what you want. Like you should start something. I think 7 is the number of completion.
Right.
So like every 7 years you should have something. So like from like 2021, that's when I first started doing Marriage and Blah. I started touring as a musician and gigging like that.
Right.
I did that I didn't do that till I was 20. When I was 28 is when I got my first placement. 28 when I first started playing with Trey Songz as well, so I started touring again. Like Trey toured, he's chilling now, he's got a baby, and he did a movie, and he's just like, he's the same age as me. Matter of fact, his birthday is like a couple weeks after mine. So I'm turning 35, when he's turning 35. So he's just probably, I know he has a different mindset, but when I first started playing for him, I was 28, like, and then he was dropping album after album, and he was going for like 5, 6, 7 months. I remember the first tour I started for him, we started like September, October, and he come back to like February, March. And then when we did come back, we was out again. He was on home for like a couple of weeks, then out again. But now, I mean, I've toured. I've been like almost every continent. I've been like Africa like five times. In Europe be 6, 7 times. I've been to South America a couple of times. I've been all over America, LA, all the major cities, Houston, Dallas, Chicago, Detroit, mad times. And it's a blessing to go there. I still love to travel, what I do. I think now I want to take it to the next level, which I've been focused on the past couple of years of like developing the artists and like really putting them on and giving back all the experiences and knowledge. Whatever I have, I pass it down to the next person.
Right.
The next nigga who's 19 or 20 or a chick or whoever is like a singer or producer and says, I want to do this, and try to say, okay, this is what you can do, this is what not to do, this is the people you gotta watch out for. Oh, and there's genuine people in the industry. People always look at it like, oh, there's somebody hating. There's gonna be haters, there's gonna be people who try to steal from you and be crooked. But there are a lot of genuine people in this industry. So I'm a genuine dude when it comes to this. People always put me on. I've been through ups and downs. I've been through people stealing from me, owing me money. There's still people who owe me money for stuff I did for them, but it's not about that. So I want to be able, I guess the goal will be to develop an artist and give them a shot. Like whatever they think they have, I want to believe in them, right, and try to make them opposite artists, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the major things I have now. Like I'm working with KG from Naughty by Nature. So we got a couple artists developing. We had an artist named Leah Teaneck that we started working with a lot too. She's super dope, super talented singer. So she got like further along. She's on Sway in the morning. Like we did a lot of stuff with her already too. So it's about to continue building on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you're no good in life if you're not giving back to somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've got a lot of money in music, and that don't mean nothing because it's just like if I can't share with somebody, if I can't give it back. Help you get money. What does it really mean? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, I think Jay-Z said that line, like, what he said, like, if you judge people how, I think your team, if you got money but your team is broke, you broke. But if you have money and your team has money, everybody's successful, so everybody has to win. It ain't about me having money, just doing what I want everybody to win. I want you to win, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here to support you, and I'll do it every week for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just happy that you do it because, and I want to ask you, like, how you even got into this? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? I remember when you came back and then just kind of like went a whole new direction, which I was like, that's super dope.
So it was like, this was during my second, I was a kid, like, you know what I'm saying? This is like during my second incarceration. I'm like, I can't keep going home and doing the same thing. Because they said insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So when you keep doing the same thing over and over and taking my black ass to jail, I'm like, nah, this ain't the way. You feel me? So it was like more so when I got to the halfway house, I was capable of coming out and going to school. So now like I'm on the internet. I'm just like, I read a lot. Whether I'm in jail or whatever I'm at, I read. I like to go to Barnes and Nobles. I like to expand my vocabulary because that's how I like to play people too. When people say some slick shit to me, whether it be in the office, at work, or on the streets, I use like big polite words to disparage them. And like people be so fucking dumb. They be like, they don't even realize like, man, this nigga just played me. You feel me? Like I get a kick out of that. Like you feel me? Like I just sit here and like belittling people's words. Like, and that's why my favorite rapper Jadakiss, he said you want to hide something from somebody, put it in a book. And people fail to read. They rather sit here and watch like Love and Hip Hop. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was never a fan of Action TV.
Right.
I was a fan of Law and Order. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how to get away with murders and shit like that. You feel me? But needless to say, it was like people like when I spoke to my bro Mank. Shout out to Mank. I spoke to him when I was in the halfway house, and I'm like, that's what I plan on doing. You know, and he was more so pushing me to complete my book. Like I've like damn near completed 2 books. Like, you feel me? And on top of that, I still be writing poetry. So he's on me for that. I'm like, yo, bro, like, I think I'm gonna do this podcast shit when I come home. And he's like, what? He's like, yo, this, that's you. Like, you feel me? Like, you know, you're the type of person, like, regardless of what you're gonna say, what the fuck you want to, whatever the fuck how you want to say it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I let Flo, bad guy Flo, who lives on my block, I'm like, yo, bro, I really want you to do this with me. Like, so we was gonna call it like bad cast at first. Right. But like at the time he was working 2 jobs, he was busy, and like I wasn't working at the time. I'm fresh home off, I'm on parole, you know, as hard as hell to get a job, you know, because of my criminal background. So it was like, I'm like, yo, fuck it. January come, I'm doing my podcast, and that's just what it was gonna be. I think initially what it was supposed to be was like every Tuesday night, but then due to me attaining employment and things like that, and that's why I switched to Thursday. But you know, it's just like this is something that I feel like I can be like very productive with, like, you know, help others, you know, reach out to people. And it's not like I said, it's not only about artists, because I have a woman that I met in Inglewood at the tournament over the weekend. She actually has like, I think, an NPO, a nonprofit organization, with giving back to kids. So me being a person who took a lot from the community, I'm like, I'm ready to give back. Like even for the past tournament, like I personally donated like 3 cases of water, books, and pencils for back to school for the kids. And this Saturday, matter of fact, at McKay Park, my bro Darnell Carter, he works at Virginia Inglewood. I can't remember Virginia's name right now, but he works at Virginia Inglewood. They're having like a backpack giveaway. So I actually saw a flyer. I'm like, yo, I hit him up this morning, like, yo, D, this got something to do with you? He's like, yeah, it's going down at McKay on Saturday at 10 a.m. We're giving out like school supplies. So I'm like, I'm in bet. Say no more. I'm gonna come through and drop some stuff off, you know, and I'm gonna record it. I'm not rich. I am broke. I am so broke. I can't even afford to go to the movies. I ain't gonna hold. And whatever day the movies we have, $5 movies, I can't even afford to go to that.
I feel you, man.
But you know, like I said, this is for the kids. So like anything to see the future do better, I'm with it. You know,
Right.
I'm just so with it. I wish I was taking a different route, but it is what it is, because you know I was put through so many trials and tribulations, which makes me the man who I am today.
Yeah.
You know, I always consider myself like a person who I look up to, like Huey P. Newton. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I really want to help the youth, because it's like the shit that they teaching in school is not what needs to be taught. They're not teaching financial literacy. They're not teaching true African American history. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have someone from the Caucasus Mountain, with these Europeans, you know what I'm saying, with these Caucasians, teaching us black history. And it's filtered. Like it's shaved, it's watered down, it's not the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
It wasn't for Mr. March. I took the African American school. It wasn't for him. Like, I learned mad stuff in that class. And I used to kind of like BS through that class, but now I used to get so interested in it. They say, what? Oh, this is what really happened? What, Timbuktu? What's that? No, blah, blah, blah. Who's rich in Africa? Oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I learned a lot from that class, but if it wasn't for him, and he was a black man, but if it wasn't for him, man.
I love black history so much. I'm telling you, like, when I start speaking of like other people's names, like Geronimo Pratt, Mark Clark, Fred Hammond, I start going into detail about.
I'm reading a South Chicago joint right now.
Exactly, you know.
I'm sitting there watching reading a joint like, I didn't know this happened to him. It's crazy though.
You know, it's so much about Black Wall Street. You know? I try to emphasize all the time to let's rebuild Black Wall Street. That shit was so productive, and that's what they do. it's like, you know, one of my favorite books is The 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, yeah.
So it's divide and conquer, you know, and it's so crazy because a person like me, like I know I got all this knowledge, but it's like sometimes I lean back into ignorance and I forget to spread, you know, what's really going on, you feel me? Because it's like, with the gangs, police may sit here and do some bullshit and blame it on the other gang. Now 2 gangs is beefing and we sitting here doing what they want us to do, helping us wipe out our own race, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know, so it's crazy. This shit, it's so much of a deep topic. Like when I start getting on my pro, they're like, "There he go on his Black Panther shit." Nah, this is real talk. Because I wish when I was younger, the older people would tell me, listen, they used to let me wild out. Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was enabling me to, you know, do negativity. You feel me?
Yeah.
Until now they say like, damn, you keep going to jail. Like, damn, bro, now they want to talk to me. Nah, you should have got to that seed
when I was 17,
you know,
16.
when that seed was being planted. So when I got nourished and I turned into a proper tree, not a tree that sat there and harmed other trees. You feel me?
Right.
But like I said, everything is a learning experience, man.
Sure.
Like I'm just happy like that I'm still alive. Like
Yeah, I'm happy too, bro. I'm happy to see you here every day.
man,
Every time I see you, I just smile on my face like, my nigga Max, he's here.
I'm outside, man. It's great, man, because I seen worse days, man. I seen days, I'm telling, like I was ass nigga in a cell, like, you feel me? It wasn't feeding me or nothing, like, you feel. So I know what it's like, man.
So you saw when they see us?
Oh, nah.
You see when they see us?
You know why I didn't see it?
Tell me, talk to me.
So, did you read the book?
I didn't read the book. No, but I'm talking about the one that Ava DuVernay with the Central Park 5.
Alright, so I read the book by Sarah Burns years ago.
Oh, she did, yeah.
It's called The Central Park 5.
Yeah.
It's a black book with white writing on it. So I read the book.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I read the book, I read to chapter 1. No, mid chapter 2, and I closed the book.
Can I do it?
I was aggravated. I was upset because in chapter 2, you could see like there was so much inconsistencies. Whereas they knew the victim had got hit with like a branch or something. He said, so they're making the child say, "Oh, you hit her." He said, "I hit her with a rock." He said, "You hit her with a branch, right?" He said, "No, I hit her with a rock." So you hit her with a branch, right? Like, so you sat there, you manipulated a child without, you know, without the permission of his parent to, you know, you coerced them to say something different. I'm like, come on, that's just bullshit. And it happens every day in America. And that's why I tell people, like, there's 27 amendments. You know what I'm saying? The first 10 is the Bill of Rights. It's certain shit like this. Like, I could walk up to people and, like, whether it be a random person, someone or on Wall Street, you know, a CEO, a CFO, to someone who's gangbanging and drug dealing. And this is stuff that we need to know as a culture. You know?
Sure.
Because if you don't know that, they're going to use it against you.
So you didn't want to watch it because you was like, I just don't want to.
Nah, I read the book. It was just like, I felt like, you know, it's like The Art of War. It's called the lesser. This is called the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Anything that's new, people are gonna ride the wave.
Yeah. What's it?
Watch it. Sun Tzu. Watch this correlation. Popeyes just came out with a chicken sandwich. You see how much people is thirsty to go ride that wave?
Yeah.
So anything that's new, you know, once people start talking about getting a little buzz, people want to ride that wave.
Yeah.
You know, but this.
I knew you read the Art of War. I read the Art of War for 48 Laws of Power. Those are my joints, yo.
The 50th Law, Art of Seduction.
Yeah, Art of Seduction is crazy.
I read, yo. I read. Once in a while, you catch me in Barnes and Nobles or Riverside. Like this is like I read because number one, it's good to have knowledge of self. But besides that, it's like girls be saying this on Instagram. They don't want to be talking to little nigga who just typing about what you doing. Or WYD. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I could go deeper into that. I could talk about religion. I could talk about sports. T&E, which is travel and expense. I could talk about, you know, whatever you want to talk about, stocks and shit. Like, the company that I work for right now, like, I deal with stocks and shit like that. So it's like, you know, well, son, you know, you just got to give me a little bit, and I'm going to find my way. You know what I'm saying? Just a little, I'm going to find my way. I'm going to find my way. So, like, you know, so I could talk about so much stuff. Like, I taught myself Spanish, sign language, Swahili. I'm not super fluent, but I'm good enough. Like, you feel me? Like, I be out places and I'll see one of these Jewish people start talking Hebrew, you know, and you look at me like, who the fuck you think you is? Like, you feel me? But we live in Teaneck, New Jersey. Like, it's so, like, first of all, in high school, I was so happy for them because it was like every other week, it was some shit going on because of the Jewish people. Like, where is going? Like, yeah, we all got school tomorrow. For what? Like, Rosh Hashanah.
Yom Kippur.
Fuck, right? Yom Kippur. Like, alright, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Passover, cool, bet.
Whatever, like, you feel me? All I do is, alright, let me get some matzah and applesauce or some potato lockers and shit like that. You feel me?
Wow.
So,
Wow.
word up, you know? Just
Lived a lot, yo. You was exposed to a lot, maybe continue.
yeah. Like I said, it's progression or stagnation. Like I said, I'm trying to be better than the old me, and I'm trying to like utilize all my resources and be around positive people. I still love all my friends and brothers and people like that I've done whatever, you know, that I want to say that anything incriminated that I've done whatever with. But it's like, I can't sit here and allow someone to keep me stagnant. If you don't want to do nothing for yourself, that's cool. But maybe when I make it to, not even make it, because you know we speak things into existence, but when I make it to where I need to be, I can sit here and offer all those who are bullshitting at one point in time, like, yo, I got this opportunity going on. Would you like to come work for me or with me? However I may be situated. Yeah. So, you know, I put in blood, sweat, and tears to this. Like, it be times like where I swear to God, like F this, I'm quitting. Like, you feel me? But my mother ain't raised no quitter. Yeah. And it's gonna be hard because it's like I invested time, I invested money, especially I know my criminal background. Like, they don't even want to give me a chance. They'll just, you know, Google my name or do their little background check. It's like, oh hell no, you feel me? Yeah. So, you know, I created my own road, and so like I'm in my own lane. Like, can't nobody like, oh yeah, he doing this or he's doing it. I ain't following nobody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing me.
So you was born to create, bro. So that's what you're doing.
Just doing me. Oh, that's it, man. So you got some beats? You got
I
some
do.
beats?
I got some beats. I'm gonna give my little speaker real time.
I'm trying to figure out who and if it was anybody that you would like kind of compare yourself to or say you're similar to, who would it be?
A big inspiration when it comes to production and beats, I can't front is Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Because his stuff was musical, so like you hear the chord progression, but then the drums was always rocky. But then he had the R&B's touch, but then he had shit he was doing with Nori. You know what I'm saying? That shit that was hard. You're like, oh, what's this? That's what we did with Jay. You know what I'm saying? So, but then he had like the stuff we did with ODB, like maybe I want to much, and shit feel good. So I was like, I like to try to incorporate like musicality in mine, but I still want it to have a rock on the feel. I still want you to like, you know what I'm saying, feel some type of way. I got some stuff to put on the speaker.
Let me get a couple samples. You never know. I may got one of them people, you know, looking for some fire, like I said, man. Even got like H2, another person that rap. I didn't even mention him and stuff. Like, there's so many people from the area that can really like, who nice.
Yeah.
Young Rick, I see the man. He rap when he wants to. I don't know what he be doing.
Young Rick.
Yeah, he from Hackensack, New Jersey. You know, we got Ness Bundles from the Sac. There's so many people grown from the Sac. There's so many people who are talented and like they'll go hard for 3 months and stop. You know, when people go through like life experience, like real shit be going on. Somebody, a baby may be on the way.
Right.
Family member may be sick as hell. You know, somebody may be fighting a case. It's always something that's, you know, like I said, it's trials and tribulations. It's what you do to overcome it that shows your character.
That's a fact. This is a joint. I'm gonna play some of my beats, but I'm gonna play some joints I did first. This was a joint I did 2 years ago with Ross. It was Santorini, Greece. I didn't do the whole beat. It's really Bink. Bink is a super dope music. He called me to go eat with some sax on it, and put the sax. I literally came in there. When I came in there, this like Rick Ross is the first one on the song was supposed to be submitted like 2 days.
Right.
He's like, it was missing something with some sax on it. He's like, just do your thing, and I put some sax on there, and then one day the joint came out. I got on it. So I'm gonna play this and then I'm gonna play some of my joints too, but I'm gonna start off with
I tell everyone to say fuck the world. I don't give a fuck. Shoot it out with all you bitches. Bitches don't love me. Young black nigga fighting the world, nigga. Everywhere you go, bitches throwing rocks, nigga. Man, a nigga in the Lamborghini. See the Cuban kilo, I was 15. Dylan Yale never had my teeth cleaned. Restricted license, but I'm so divisive. I know the snipers and I flow the nicest. Fresher than Groovy Lou at a Gucci shoe. Multiple weapons in my new Gucci boots. The bank account done caught the Holy Ghost. I say the bank account done caught the Holy Ghost. I pastrami for my Jewish chicks. 8 days of Christmas, every day a new gift. I'm Michael Jackson to the rich niggas. That Lennon jacket baby with the 6 zippers. Suicide and rather crucified. I prophesize your whole crew demise. The Tulu wife reside in Cuba, nigga. Shoot you, let you bleed out, is how they do it, nigga.
That's saxophone in 6th grade. Take it off a little.
So you didn't physically get to see him?
Now I didn't see him. So Mink was just like, yo, the verse is already laid down. So like I just need to put this joint on for me, please. It's like it was due like on Monday. It was like a Saturday night.
Yeah.
I was out with Shorty at the time, and I tell her like, yo, I got the phone. Gotta go. So I just went and laid it down that night. And next thing I know, like he mixed it that next day, so we did it on Monday. And I think it was like in the February, March. Now I'm getting like March.
So when you heard it, it was like, oh.
Yeah, and it was on the credits, took care of me, the paperwork, so everything was straight. It's just like, wow.
So you have a lawyer, that a specific lawyer that helps back you up with all
I
that?
had this one lawyer one time, she was kind of doing like a pro bono thing, because I signed a publishing deal for a music company, a publishing company.
Okay.
So she was helping me out with some of my deals. But now I'm actually looking for a new lawyer. There's a couple dudes I know. We should get him on here too. You know Dennis?
Of course I know Dennis.
Yeah, man.
Of course I know Dennis.
Yeah, I've been hitting Dennis. If you watching Dennis, if you see, it's like, yo, I'm like, yo, I hit him up. I run him all the time. Like, yo, what's up? I'm looking for a lawyer to start doing some deals, and I need to hire a crazy one. So I'm looking, hopefully, because like you said, I want to be like I'm group with Dennis. So I'm like, yo, it's my guy, and I see his work is dope. It's not like he's slacking or some BS. Like I know what's gonna put in there.
Hungry.
Yeah, super hungry. He put in work. So, but I used to have a lawyer before, and he was Mr. Presto. But right now, that was years ago, so I still cool with her, but like, I want to try to get my people I know so we can eat together.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
We gotta get you, we gotta see we gotta check his temperature.
Right. Because Ron Faison was my manager for a long time. He still kind of is. Like, he kind of helps me out with stuff, but it got to the point where it's like, I knew how to handle my business, so it's just like, I'll tell him, y'all need help with this, and they'll help me out, but it's just like, Ron does so much stuff too, and then when you start doing things with kids and things, it's just like,
Ron is like a big brother to a lot of people. He's like the godfather of Bergen County.
Yeah.
I'm Godfather Ron.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Word
up. Godfather Ron. That's dope, man, because he's definitely someone who anyone from this area should network. I don't, if you want some Jordans, if you want a car, if you want a house, if you're trying to get a loan, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't care if you need your grass cut. You know,
yeah,
I let Ron know somebody for
He's such a genuine dude, yo. Like, I never really had no scuffles or issues with him. Like, I've known Ron for like, same thing, like around 20 years. Like, you know, me and him when I was like 16, 17. Solid standing dude.
Dope, man. Ron is dope. I gotta get Ron up here too. I may have the whole party promoting Bergen County.
Yeah.
You know, have us all in here.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy because to veer off track right quick, I've seen how the club scenes have changed. You feel me? Like, I remember going to like Talk in New York, and this is like 2003 or 4. We went to like Talk in New York.
Right.
You know, Pink Elephant.
Oh, Pink Elephant. Woo.
Mars 2112. Avalon.
Yo, remember Mars 2112?
So it's
That
like
joint downstairs with the rocks.
everything looked like space.
The space, yeah, remember that joint.
So it was like, you know, I remember, you know, going to Club Plum every week because of Gino.
Right.
Man, so it's like, and it's like now it's like, back then people used to dance at parties. You know, now it's like we just standing on furniture, girls are dancing with girls. You know, blunts is being rolled up. Bottles is being poured, and you know, at the end of the night it may be a little quick scuffle, like, and then the night is over. It's like the scene ain't the same. So I think I gotta holler at Ron and a couple other people about that.
Yeah.
You know,
everything, you know, change is good. You know, so not all change is good.
Yeah.
You know, it's just shocking.
Yeah, for sure. I'm playing one other joint. This is my joint I did with my boy. His name is Jay Charlie. He's a dope rapper, singer. He like from Elizabeth area, but like, matter of fact, funny story about him. We met at like Willie P when we went to college, and then he was always did music, did his hardest thing. He stayed, like you said, consistent.
Right.
So you remember? I don't know if you remember, like a year ago, the dude Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
They said he ripped somebody's song. He did "This Is America."
Mhm.
That was my boy, and I actually worked on him on that whole project with him. So like, he got like publicity from that, but he wasn't even looking for a check. He was just like, "Yo, I did this shit, and this shit sounds similar."
Did he get the check?
He didn't want to pursue it. I think now I'll tell him like, listen, like, cause he was just like, someone else brought it up to him. Like, he was just like, I ain't chasing after that. I ain't cloud chasing. I ain't doing no cap, none of that.
It doesn't matter.
But that's after a while. I said the same thing. I said, bro, like, if you can prove that, like, go get that bread.
I mean, mine's an American.
Yeah.
Cash me out.
Yeah. So he was for a while. He was like, nah, I don't want publicity. But he started getting publicity. So I think now he's trying to figure out like, last time I spoke to him, he must be like, I think I might go after it. But I did a bunch. He did a dope project I got from his called Dreams of American Heathen. I did a couple of joints with him. So this is one of the joints. I probably get him to play this one first. It's called Rip Jeans. He's dope because he just.
I've been up on ripped jeans, before the bloggers, rocking my jammies, brushing my corners. She making the ass jump out of her joggers. We up in the big leagues, she fuck with the ballers. I've been up on ripped jeans, before the bloggers, rocking my jammies, brushing my corners. She making the ass jump out of her joggers. We up in the big league, she fuck with the ballers. I've been up on red jeans, cut them up to the Swiss cheese. Been on it since 15, back when you still had the flip screens. I mean, if she push up, then I will finesse. Get the M's from your girl and your little sis. She said you gon' stress it, she sent a text. She delete the message like a nut just sketch. I keep on top of all the fashion, but stay on the low like the captions. So read it and we know obituary. Back in bitches, ditch you like a casket. I stay on the scene, fuck the credit up to pay for the dream. Build up the flow so I'm paid on the streams. Cry me a river, I'm paid overseas. So my sales on deck, and they know the wave gon' wreck. Got my passport check, outfit like my camera's on set. Don't keep your battery low, you gon' be mad you can't snap with me after the show. What a tragedy, bro, but thanks for the flattery, man. I ain't paid for like half of these clothes. I've been up on ripped jeans, before the blog.
I really like, you know what's crazy? When you first started playing that, I could hear Ty Dolla $igns on it.
Yeah. This joint is like 2 years old. This came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, he got a little vibe. He's mad talented. He put like I co-produce him, but he does a lot of other stuff on his own. Like, he's
Right.
a genius on his own, right?
That's dope. I like that track.
Yeah. So I mean, I do try to do hip hop stuff. I try to do like this. I don't know what you want to call it. Hip hop R&B. It's like whatever comes here, I just put on the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? And just throw it out.
Are there certain like times you like to make music, like
Time of day, me like hours, like nighttime, morning.
I'll elaborate that too, but like when I write poetry, it comes from like a feeling. Like I have a lot of love poems, so like I've been in love. Like I don't converse with my first love right now, but like me, I used to be bad fly. Like I fell in love like 2001. And I dealt with her for a while.
Right.
So like I still converse with like my ex-loves, but it's like when I was in love with them, they was in school or they was in school and I was in jail or I was doing whatever I was doing, I write them something. Right. Or like when people pass away, or so like it's like is there a certain mood, something that triggers you to get into your zone?
Yeah,
And if it is, what is your trigger?
My trigger, it comes from different places. Sometimes, like, around certain artists, you get inspired by them. So, like, and like you said, sometimes people are like, well, you work with this person, that one, it don't be about that. Like, we could be here right now, you could say something that could make you hear some type of beat or cadence or rhythm or pattern. I'm like, oh, shit, like, I don't want to do that. It's inspiring me to do it. Other times, like you said, it comes something I'm going through. Maybe I'm going through some stuff. I might go through some financial trouble. Maybe I'm on something. I'm shorty.
Right.
Or whatever the case is, and it can inspired me to want to write something. Usually be like, I need something like this because it's coming from a feeling. It's all feeling, but I do go through my moods of what I am. Like sometimes I remember when I was on Trey, he had like he was in LA a lot, and what's his name, DJ Mustard was like everything he produced was on the radio. Like this nigga had everything on Smash.
Right.
And I remember going to clubs in LA, and LA rock was just different from our rock out here in New York and Jersey, and I was just like, I got inspired. And immediately I went back to the hotel and made like 5 or 6 joints that I wasn't trying to copy the style, but I was inspired by the vibe out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it does go from like your atmosphere, and part of it comes from like what I'm going through. And part of it comes through like from around the artist. Like I might hear artists who got a certain tone, like a bad tone. They make me hear something, oh shit, I can make it be like this. Or something like a real light tone or texture in their voice, and they make me want to make something like this. So it's a combination of different things.
I got some songs I wrote. I gotta go on archive and show you, maybe we can do something like that. I don't sing, like I say, you know, I'm a poet, so like, there's just certain things, like, you feel me? Like, certain things, like I may hear one word or a line, and that may just ring off in my head, you know, and I go off.
Right.
I definitely go off. But like I said, off air, we definitely gonna figure it out. We're not, no one was new to each other, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But they're new to you. And you know, time wrapping up, so let them know, like, once again, for those who just checking in or whatever, like, who you are, where you from, what you do, and how they can reach out to you.
Alright, my name is Eric Paul. I'm from Teaneck, New Jersey. I'm a musician, producer, songwriter. You can follow me on all social platforms, Mr. Eric Paul, real simple, Mr. ERICHALL. And I'm looking for always looking to collab with people like any producers that's coming up. Whether you're popping already and you got a million more placements, or you never had a placement and you're just trying to be a songwriter, you're a singer. If you're a rapper, if you're a group and you feel like you got something special, I would love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I love to collab on the shit stuff. You can follow me on IG, send me a DM. I check my checks. I'm not funny stuff like that. You can hit me on that. I'm mostly on IG. I'm on Twitter, but I ain't been on Twitter like that in a minute. And Facebook, I ain't really on like that. But IG, I'm definitely very active on. So you can hit me up, and I would love to just, you know what I'm saying, collab with somebody.
Is there email or anything?
Email Eric Paul Music. So man, the same thing. Eric Paul and then music at Gmail. And you just shoot me an email if you got songs, you got SoundCloud links, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got music on SoundCloud, right?
I got some music on SoundCloud too. Same thing.
Everything is Mr. Eric.
Yeah, I kept it made even across the board.
That's dope. That's like everything is Charms Cast.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
We're gonna push our brand until you
Right,
you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna forget this, man. I appreciate having you, man. And like I tell everybody's always welcome back, man. Like, you know, I feel like an hour is never enough. Like the hour is just like shaving the surface.
Yeah.
But it's dope to have you here. You know, people get to see and hear who you've worked with and what you do. So hopefully someone reaches out to you.
Yeah.
And like I said, we can sit there and I'll show you a couple artists from the area, like Siobhan said, Eric. All right. All right. Sparks, what's up, bro? Like I said, man, I appreciate having you.
No doubt.
And we'll definitely link up off air. You know, music is life.
No, it is, man. But we beat our music.
What up, yo? I mean, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you.
Another episode of Charles Cast, man. I appreciate y'all for staying for this hour. Y'all could have been anywhere. Who won that Giants game anyway? I know y'all was watching sports and everything.
Word.
Who won that Giants game?
Right. I want to see you.
Let's go Big Blue. You know, I'm rooting for Big Blue all season.
Right.
FanDuel, I'm coming for you. You know, I'm coming for you, FanDuel. So, you know, thanks everybody. Have a good night. Be safe. Thanks for watching Charms Cast.
Yes, sir. You started last year though, right?
Nah.